So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Look at the 76ers starting group. And the small and power forwards are Thibault and Harris. Harden out there with Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Now McGrady. James Harden missing on the 3. For 3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Drexler.
You know, very few players have the license from three-point range that Harden has. And his license has no expiration date on it.
Now here's Harden. And here's Maxey. Pass to Harris. Clock at 6. That one, no good. Nice D from Malone. McGrady passes to Drexler. Malone outside. Harden left side. Houston moving it around. Here's Olajuwon, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, you got to admire the muscle of Olajuwon, easily pushing through the defense and converting in his unique style.
Harden the pass to Embiid. Now, here's Maxey. McGrady covering. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Philadelphia ball.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Harden for 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
The 76ers off to a slow start. Looking for the first basket of the game from deep Harden. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
You've got to come to expect this from Harden. I mean, he'll take whatever the perimeter defense gives him, and that's the sign of a really smart player.
Harden with this stuff.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Now, here is Harden out to the wing. Here's Embiid. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You know, Embiid does most of his work inside, but he's pretty comfortable in the mid-range, too.
Harden with it. Picked up by Harris. Malone kicks to Harden. Malone, a screen on Harris. Here's Harden. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. I was able to talk with the Rockets head coach. We talked about his plan to try and take Tobias Harris out of the equation on offense. Coach told me Harris can attack you in so many ways on offense. The way to counteract that is to give him multiple looks on defense. So we'll rotate a handful of guys on him tonight. We'll see how that plays out. Guys?
Thank you, David. Harden gets the bucket.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Get loud for your Club City Texans.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Joel Embiid. George Niang comes in for Tobias Harris. Green, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in for Maxey.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The pass to Murphy. Here's Francis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Harden. Here's Niang. Millsap a screen. And they get it. And that one, good.
Well, I like how Paul Millsap used his body to get into the defender there.
Here's Francis. Pass to Tomjanovich. Millsap against Yao. 5 on the clock. Outside Murphy. Paul Millsap with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 9. Inside. Niang passes to Korkmaz. Passes it to Niang. Takes a 3. And it's Tomjanovich with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Francis' shot is off. And the 76ers with possession. With it. From deep three-point range, a shot, no good. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case? No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Tracy McGrady is out there with Harden. Then there's Hayes, and it's Drexler, and it's Sampson in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Harden dishes to McGrady. And stolen by Thibault. Harris outside. Now the pass to Embiid. And here's Maxey. It's deflected.
And Sampson literally takes away a part of the floor when he's out there. Don't even try to get shots off in his area, or that's what's going to happen.
From deep, Green. Houston leading by 11. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Yao, he's checked in for the Rockets. And so it's Houston with it. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Wasted no time on that one. Maxey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, they call him Dancing Danny Green, and you can see why. Excellent offensive instincts there.
Here's Harden. And yes, it's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Green. James Harden picking up that last basket. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Hayes. McGrady right side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
Green passes to Maxey. He dishes it to Harris. Bounce pass Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
The 76ers trail by 10. Right side, Green. Now, here's Maxey, covered by Hayes. Here's Embiid with nobody on him. He buries the jump. Embiid's got it back down to within single digits for the 76ers. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's McGrady and Embiid with the block.
Fantastic defender. Embiid is consistent, not only blocking shots, but going after him as well, especially when he's in the area.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Malone's checked in for Hayes. Smith comes in for McGrady. And Paul subbed in for James Harden. And the 76ers also making a change. James Harden, he's checked in for Green. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Olajuwon's checked in for Yao. Then for the 76ers, Paul Millsap is checked in for Embiid. George Niang comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in for Maxey. Now here's Drexler. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Harden the pass to Millsap. Kicks to Harris. High post shot. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Well, he's an elite shooter with a lot of sweet spots. Defenses have to mark and keep an eye on Harris from mid-range.
Paul passes to Malone. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Olajuwon's got his second basket of the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Now here's Millsap. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Houston ball.
1:19 left in the second quarter. Here's Paul. Banked in off the glass. And now an 11-point Houston lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here is Harden following the basket by Chris Paul. Millsap passes to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Harris. Harden kicks to Korkmaz. Off target from outside. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. They lead by 11. Malone dishes to Olajuwon. Kicks it out to Paul. A 3-ball. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
That's a good decision right there to get Paul the ball. He made it look easy on that catch and shoot.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
And so it's Houston sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the stars of this team in the post, Harris and Embiid. Maxey out there with Harden. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position. The 76ers trail by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Harris. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here is Harden. James Harden picking up that last basket. And it's Thibault in the corner. Back to Harden. Harris against Drexler. From 17 feet out, the shot misses. And Houston the other way now. And Thibault sends it back. Here's the three. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Misses from the corner. Houston leading by 18. Drexler passes to Olajuwon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Olajuwon's got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
To the left wing. Embiid dishes to Harris. A rebound by Drexler.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Olajuwon. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And so here is Philadelphia. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Olton.
Thank you, Kevin. As NBA revenues climb into the tens of billions of dollars, teams have even more resources to compete. Staffs are growing, with more coaches, trainers, and specialists, so general managers have more to manage than ever. Generally, the best organizations are those that effectively collaborate and communicate across the board. Kevin?
And DA, as we know, that's always been the case. Thank you. Houston making some changes. Sampson's checked in, and Hayes subbed in for Yao. Then for the 76ers, Coach Niang comes in for Tobias Harris, and it's Green in for Matisse Thybulle. Now Embiid out to the right wing. Here's Niang, and the shot is long.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
2 minutes remaining.
The feed to Harden. Can they get it? That one drops for him. Harden's got his second bucket.
Mid-range, not a problem for Harden.
Here's Murphy, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Paul Millsap is checked in for Embiid, and it's Korkmaz in for James Harden. And so Murphy hits them both.
And very few players have ever been as good from the line as Murphy. This is his zone, and he's been known to go weeks without missing a free throw.
Now, here's Maxey. He has 7.
Can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Here's Hayes. Pass to McGrady.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Boy, McGrady, an elite talent. I mean, a remarkable athlete, tremendous bounce and speed and strength, and he continues to get better.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Now, here's Maxey. McGrady covering. Millsap looking it over. Passes it to Niang. Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by Murphy. Korkmaz, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And he gets the bucket. Murphy's got 4 points in the quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Here's Millsap following the score by Houston. Driving in. The shot's good. Korkmaz has got his first bucket of the night.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
And Hayes kicks to Drexler. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Korkmaz. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. From outside the arc, it's good from long range. Korkmaz has got 5.
You know, Danny Green usually is knocking down shots. This time, he's setting up a guy to make a shot.
They get the rebound. Drexler passes to Sampson. Here's Murphy. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So it's Philadelphia now. We've got Hayes, and it's Francis in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Taken away by Hayes. And here we go. Throws it up high.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Francis has gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. Outside Jordan. Now here's Milton. Guarded closer. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
And your Clutch City Texans.
Now check in for Houston. James Harden comes in for Hayes.
James Harden.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
And that one's good, Francis.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Korkmaz. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Milton. And Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got his first bucket in this one.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
Paul passes to Tomjanovich. Off target from 3-point range. And the 76ers with possession. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Jordan, the screen. Lobs it up for Jordan. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
James Harden is checked in for Philadelphia.
James Harden.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
The shot's good from Yao.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of positioning. Easier said than done, though.
Now here's Harden. Here's Korkmaz. He's off on that one. And it's Paul with the ball for Houston. Francis passes to Yao. Here's Francis. Paul outside. And the pass to Yao. They double team Yao. 4 on the clock. It's good. Yao's got 4 this quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass to Harden.
Houston foul. Rudy Tom
Houston making some changes. Malone's checked in for Harden. And Smith subbed in for Chris Paul.
76ers substitution.
Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Francis. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, really love the athleticism Francis has. Gets off the floor quickly to jam it home.
Philadelphia with the ball.
To Kenny Smith.
Pass to Harris. Passes to Thibault. And he banks in the layup. Thibault's got his first basket of the night. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Smith kicks to Malone. Out left to the wing. And stolen by Thibault. Here's Korkmaz. And it's Malone with the rebound. Korkmaz has gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. The pass to Francis. Here's the dish to Yao. To the right side. Francis passes to Yao. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's Embiid. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Sampson's checked in, and Hayes subbed in for Malone. Then for the 76ers, Paul Millsap is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Maxey subbed in for Korkmaz. Sampson's shot is off. Now the 76ers with it. Maxey passes to Embiid. It's rebounded by Houston. Now here is Murphy. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Tomjanovich, guarded by Harris. Some solid defense from Harris. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this